All right, Cardinal family, I have a request. I have something that I want you all to do this next week. What I'd like you to do is reach out to a colleague who is outside of the content area you teach, outside of your discipline, outside of your expertise, outside of your grade level, however you want to phrase it, and ask them, what is the most legit thing you do in your classroom? What is your strategy that's absolutely money? What's your go-to technique that you use with great frequency and you get great results? Now, here's why I want you to ask that. I was in a classroom just today as I'm recording this, and elementary classroom. It was Tara in second grade. Tara, sorry, I didn't ask if I could do this, but Tara used a technique, a strategy that's really simple, but also seems really elementary, and it's not. Wanted the class's attention, and she went class, class, and they all go class, class, and I've seen that thousands of times, most frequently in lower grade levels. And as I was thinking about this technique, I was thinking about what Mrs. Brown wanted out of that. She wanted her students attentive, she wanted them focused, and she wanted them ready to complete the next task at hand, hence class, 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 class. And I was thinking about how that's not just an elementary thing. The number of times where, as not just a high school athlete, but pretty much a grown man in an athletic competition, and somebody says, everybody bring it in. Break on three. 1, 2, 3, break. And everybody breaks. You know why we do that? It's because it gets everyone's attention. It makes sure that everyone's focused. It makes sure that they are ready to take care of the next task at hand. If that strategy, which is basically just retranslating class, class to a little bit different vocabulary, if that works in elementary and it works for high school athletes or even grown men to get them focused, it means it's a really translatable strategy to almost any situation where we're trying to teach students. I have long said none of us are as specialized as what we think we are. To me, for the most part, good teaching is good teaching. Good instructional strategy is good instructional strategy, regardless of grade level. You basically do the same things. You just vary your delivery according to how tall the recipient is. Meaning it could be class, class if they're short, or it could be give me break on three. 1, 2, 3, break. So to that end, again, I want you to reach out beyond your content area, beyond your specific expertise, to another colleague who does not teach in your content area, does not address students at the same level as the students that you address, and ask them, what's your go-to strategy? What's legit in your classroom that you use and you get good results out of? And try to reframe that. Try to repurpose that and say, if it works for that junior, how can it work for my fourth grader? Or if it works for this kindergarten class, how can it work for this freshman class? I think we can take a lot of those strategies and techniques and put our own spin on them and make them work. My gosh, make them work isn't even the right way to phrase it. Understand how they are valid and how they are impactful, not just for that specific setting that we see them in, not just for that specific group of students that we see them in, but almost universally. So, by the way, wouldn't mind if I heard about those. So if you want to shoot me an email about, hey, here's who I asked, here's what I learned, and this is what it looked like, I'd love to hear that too. All right. Thanks, Cardinal family. Have a great weekend. Look forward to hearing about you doing this on next week.